What's up, guys? Z Farrells here from Madden Tips on Twitch, and I'm going to give you the top 5 NFL stars you should choose for your ultimate team. Now, you'll get both the offensive and defensive version of these players in these packs. Now, they're only 77 overall, a couple are 78, so you've got to kind of consider what type of ratings will they have. My top 5 goes as follows. Number 5, the Bears. Surprise, but Pernell McPhee, he's never really about speed in the first place. He keeps a lot of his strength, a lot of his block shed. Alshon Jeffrey can be a pretty good number 1 receiver here with the big size that he has at the start of your journey. Now, these players should last you about 50 to 100 packs or your first round of solos, so you do want to get some impact guys. Maybe these aren't the guys, but they're still pretty solid overall items. Geno Atkins, any player on the defensive line just doesn't maintain enough strength that a really cheap gold player can't get you, so I would pass on Geno Atkins. I'd pass on the Bills. We'd keep going over. I like Barnage, but I don't love Joe Hayden. Von Miller doesn't maintain what you think he would. He's a pretty balanced pass rusher, but you'll see with Khalil Mack later, they're just not going to get it done for you. Now, Patrick Peterson's an item I like, but he only has maybe 86, 85 speed, 84 speed once you get it, so he's not going to last in your lineup as long as you would think, because there's a lot of corners out there that I'll have in my budget videos that I think can do a better job. Now, Jason Verrett is one of my budget gold sleepers, but not this version. My number 4 team selection is Jamal Charles and Eric Berry. Berry in that zone coverage. He's slowed down. He's in the low 80s for both speed and zone, but he'll be okay to start the year. And then Jamal Charles is probably the fastest back still available here, and so I would consider him if you like to run the ball and you want to win those early solo challenges with a good ground game. Maybe use the Chiefs playbook and use Jamal Charles. I think you can win some games. I would pass as we continue to go forward. The Sean Lee I've looked at doesn't quite get it done. You can actually go to muthead.com, choose the starter program under the filter settings, and look at all these guys. My number 3 option right here is the Lions. Ansa's pretty good, but Matt Stafford as a quarterback, you need a quarterback for the solo challenges. Now, you might say, why not Aaron Rodgers? Why not Cam Newton? Cam Newton only has 77 speed. Aaron Rodgers has worse deep throw accuracy. Matt Stafford has the biggest arm with 90 throw power, and he's 80s across the board. None of these other guys come even close. Even Russell Wilson, who you'll see later, only has like 80 throw power, which is not going to get the job done into your season. He'll get you to the job done early, but I think Matt Stafford gives you long-term value. Tom Brady and Collins, no, I like the Amari Cooper. He is somebody I considered, but not going to get it done. I like Todd Gurley, but I've already recommended a different, an elusive back with Jamal Charles, and so I would pass there. While Deshaun Jackson is still really good in this specific version, I don't think Josh Norman, with his speed deficiencies, I would go with Sherman over Norman, because they're both going to be slow, and I think Sherman will be a little bit better for you with his height. No on Flacco, as I've already recommended. Basically, Antonio Brown is the guy, and Hayward is the one defensive lineman I would actually recommend. I think he stays pretty good for you. He's actually more balanced kind of than the JJ, who just it's too much away from his original version to really be the guy. And then my number 1 team I would tell you to go with is Adrian Peterson and Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr, 6'5", he doesn't shrink in his 77 overall. He maintains about 81 speed in the middle for usering, which is just about good enough at the start of the season. I'm still got him in my lineup, and I'm 100 packs plus into the year. So I really like the Anthony Barr. He's not strong, doesn't have great hit power, but he can move and be pretty shifty. In the Adrian Peterson, his strength is so high and his speed was so high that while he does drop down to like the low 80s for both, with the way truck backs are and having that strength combo with the speed, he's pretty tough, and you should be able to use them. And if you can't, even if you get Ezekiel Elliott sleeper, you can still put him as your backup. You're going to need more stamina. You're going to need a secondary option, so you can get away with Peterson for the solos until you get the gauntlet version of the Peterson, and then you'll have to upgrade. But overall, I'd pass even on my guy Odell Beckham, because Vernon just isn't going to get it done for you. But hopefully those help you kind of think where to find the full ratings before you choose if you want, which I'll link in the description. Hope you think about, well, what does speed mean? What does strength mean? And these guys don't have it. So what other ratings are important? What positions? And then gives you a top 5 look I did go with Vikings, and I'm still doing pretty well with Anthony Barr. So I do have a budget lineup, which you can find right here, offense and defense right here. Just click these little boxes. This will take you to offensive players and defensive players. Hopefully they help you grow your Madden Ultimate Team during the first week this season. And until next time, guys, as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel. This is Z Farrells, signing out.